What's up? So Running with Scissors announced they're gonna be POSTAL to redo. This is the first time I learn how to pronounce that word, because for the last 10 years I was calling POSTAL redo POSTAL Redux or POSTAL Redux. I didn't know the X is silent. Cool to know. Anyway, on their website we have a little article where we can learn about this project. So let's learn. So in short, Running with Scissors are collaborating with Team Beef and Impact Inc. in creating POSTAL to redo. It's gonna be a remake that take the original game from Unreal 1.5 engine into Unity, and yeah, they're gonna enhance the graphics, add some new weapons, visuals, Easter eggs, and nastier physics. Here we have game features and pre-launch stretch goals for the Kickstarter. High-res textures and dynamic lighting. Paradise water wheel bars, puddles of fine fluids get the razor-sharp grind they deserve. Zero load stream port. Sprint from one end of town to the other without a single elevator, door pause, or immersion break. So that's interesting. Thank you, get out. So that's interesting. They're planning to get rid of loading zones. So we're gonna be able to run around Paradise City without the loading screens in the tunnels and other weird places there put the loading zones in. Smarter free crowds. The civilians still snitch cops still overreact, but improved pathfinding means riots spark faster and messier than ever. Reforged arsenal, with ballistics, ragdoll, dismemberment, and rounds that punch clean through unlucky bystanders. Fully propped, breakable interiors. Stores, arcades, and alleyways are stuffed with physics, enable junk begging to be destroyed. Champ 2.0, pet him, sick him, or let him photobomb your next headshot. Unleashed Paradise's goodest boy will enjoy every inch of turf. Pre-launch stretch goals. Spread the word about POSTAL to redo from before the Kickstarter campaign opens in order to unlock the game features. So those are the Kickstarter goals for the followers. For the time I'm recording right now, the first 3 goals are already reached, and those are Mike J's Nudens Moves and Look, POSTAL 4 outfit for the Postal Dude, and Steamworks modding support. So we already have those 3, and for 15,000 followers there is super fun Pigeon Hunter mission, and that's interesting because Pigeon mission was cut off content from Apocalypse Weekend, the DLC to POSTAL 2. So that means they are planning to add Saturday and Sunday into POSTAL to redo, and I'm curious how it's gonna look. Will it be exactly the same as in the original Apocalypse Weekend, or will they change it to be more open worldish? Not gonna lie, I would not be disappointed if they would change Saturday and Sunday to be more open worldish. But we're gonna see. We will see. Here we have FAQs. Questions and answers. Why are you making this when POSTAL 4 isn't done? That also was I also was curious about that. POSTAL to redo is being made Team Beef and published Impact Inc. externally, so it has no effect on Running with Scissors' internal projects. So POSTAL to redo is made mostly by Team Beef and Impact Inc., so Running with Scissors are still focused on POSTAL 4. That's good news. It means we're still gonna have POSTAL 4 patches, and it's not gonna slow down the making of POSTAL to redo. Why a remake when the original is perfect? We started this journey because we're fans, hardcore POSTAL fans. POSTAL 2 has a place in our hearts and hard drives, and we believe deserves a place on every modern console too. This isn't simply a port to modern consoles, it's preservation with purpose. We're keeping everything you love intact. Wherever we enhance or improve, we do so with the original in mind. With rhyme teasers by our side, one thing's certain, it's still Postal, it's still the Postal dude. So they are making this remake because why not? And also to put the Postal 2 on modern consoles. Will there be localized dubs? We're aiming for as many languages as possible. There are some wrinkles to iron out with other dubs and possibilities for new ones. More news to follow. So it seems they want to, but localized dubs are not so simple to make. So I would not expect localized dubs, to be honest. Regional restrictions. We are aware of issues in Germany, New Zealand and a few other regions. We have plans to give Redo the best chance everywhere, but final approval rests with regional authorities. So they will try. Multiplayer co-op. Kickstarter stretch goal territory, but doesn't feel like Postal if you can't cross streams with your friends. So yeah, they want to make multiplayer / co-op into Postal 2 Redo. What does Redo mean? Remaster, remake, or what? Redo moves the game into Unity. We start with original assets and logic, and upgrade, replace, and add brand new content that's not present in the original game. If you're not, it's still Postal 2, just Redux. I would call it a remake. Release window? Targeting 2026. Exact timing depends on development and stretch goal scope. That's quick. Next year. That's pretty fast. Censorship? If we don't have to change it, we won't. Platform holders may request tweaks, but PC, Mac, Linux will remain uncensored. We're confident we can reach every major storefront with minimal edits. So it will be uncensored for PC, Linux, but they can't promise the same for consoles. Platforms, Xbox Series 3, PS5, PS4, Switch 2, mobile. Our aim is to provide Postal 2 Redo on every possible platform, and more details follow the Kickstarter. So they want to put it on everything, if they could. But they couldn't put Postal 4 on Xbox, I believe, so I don't expect it on everything. How are VR and Redo different? To be clear, the Kickstarter funds are one product, Postal 2 Redo, but both projects will share a common core, letting improvements benefit flat screen and VR simultaneously. This means any stretch goals achieved in the Redo Kickstarter campaign will also be present in Postal 2 VR. Letting them in tandem leads to smarter development, shared gameplay improvements, more efficient and wider testing, and better polish across the board. We're also looking into the most cost-effective way for backers to own both, if they choose to. We'll share more information as we get closer to launch. So it seems like things that will be added to Postal 2 Redo will also be added to the VR version. Will the original be delisted? No. Simple answer. Pretty obvious. Why Unity? Unity is the ideal engine for the multi-platform remaster because it offers powerful best-in-class cross-platform support, letting us target PC consoles and even mobile from a single code base. Its customizable art pipelines and shader system perfectly recreate the original game's look or enhance it with modern touches. While gaining artistic direct control over visual fidelity in this means can do the best as possible on each platform while running on a platform. With flexible tooling, fast iteration, and support for both legacy style visuals and modern rendering features, Unity strikes a perfect balance between preservation and progress. So in short, it seems like Unity is right now the best engine to do the job. When to expect more info? Click follow on the Kickstarter pre-launch page to get every update the moment it drops this summer. So on Kickstarter this summer. What content ships day 1, DLC, extra missions? This will scale with Kickstarter performance and stretch goals, stay tuned. Okay. Will the game support modding Steamworks? We love modding, some members of the development team started their professional careers as modders, as did their well staff. Check the pre-launch stretch goals where modding is a target. Yes, so that was the third goal on Kickstarter followers, and it is already reached. So yeah, they're gonna be modding support and Steamworks. And the last one, will existing owners of Postal 2 get a free copy? Postal 2 Redo is a huge joint effort between Rank Scissors, Team Beef, and Ink, so we can provide a free output. We're pouring every ounce of love and bodily fluid we have into Postal 2 Redo to make sure it's as beloved as the original and worth every penny. So now it's gonna be a new game. It's not gonna be a free patch to the original Postal 2, it's gonna be a new product. So Yeah, obviously you have to buy it if you want it. And that's it from the page. There are also a few teasers on their YouTube channel, so I'm gonna look at that now. So here we have the first video. Postal to Redo is coming to Kickstarter this summer. And here we have the outside of Paradise with new graphics. The shopping cart looks a little like from Postal 4, maybe not. But yeah, it looks like Postal 2 but with Postal 2 but HD. Slow them out, shovel, and the Paradise sign. I think it's the original Paradise sign. Yeah, I don't think they changed that. But this is just a teaser, it's gonna be changed probably. But it kinda looks weird. The old sign with the new graphics around it. That's cute. Also to redo. But yeah, here we have Team Beef and Flat2 VR Studios instead of Impact Inc. I think Flat2 VR Studios are the guys who are working on Postal 2 VR. So they probably supporting each other in the making Redo and VR. Okay, so that was this. We have also those two videos. Oh, and new one about the VR. So, okay, let's see. Let's see them. Postal to Redo coming 2026.
Nothing to see here. Oh, yeah.
First look at the Postal dude's backyard house in the Postal to Redo, and we have the close-up to the shit on the ground. I feel represented. Thank you very much, Ryan Quick Scissors.
Would you like to sign my petition?
Here we see the camper from the champ's house. Close up at the bone. And some more shit on the ground. I feel represented. Thank you very much, Ryan Quick Scissors. Here we have the whole backyard, or front yard. We see part of the camper, the shed, the champ's house, the car, neighbor's house, and two trees. I think there is a tree behind the champ's house. I believe in original it was closer and bigger. This is a very small tree. And we also see a lot of shit on the ground. I feel represented. Thank you very much, Ryan Scissors. There is a close-up to the tire. I don't think there was a tire in the original at the wall. But it doesn't matter. What we see here is the shed in the back. And we see it's completely different shed. In original it was smaller and it had walls all around it. Here we see bigger shed that is completely open. So that's the first change in the map. Champ house close up. The The sign is now shining. Maybe it's new paint. It kinda reminds me of those old 3D stickers, or maybe they were like homemade stickers. I don't remember exactly, but something like that. But I would like a 3D sticker like that. Jump house. It looks cool. And you also see some sheet in the back. I feel represented. Thank you, running with scissors. And here we see the shed. And here we have a better look at the shed. And yeah, it's bigger, it's open. I think it only have two walls, the back wall and the right side wall with a window, but it doesn't have a left side wall and front wall. But if it doesn't like block away around the camper, I don't think it's any problem. But yeah, this is the first change in the looks of the map. Oh, and the trees. The trees are also different. In the original, the trees were much thicker. This is outrageous. This is a unrealistic tree body shape propaganda. I saw this in the GTA Trilogy remake, and now I see it in Postal 2 remake. That's disgusting. But I also see a lot of shit on the ground and feel very, very represented. Thank you very much, running with scissors. A lot of shit on the ground. I feel very represented. Thank you very much, running with scissors. And yeah, in the original, there was a tree behind Champ's house. Here we see it is moved on the side. The camper looks the same, so it's gonna be probably changed in the future. Oh, and I see the neighbor's house is also the same. At least the texture on doors and the, how it is called, the poison ivy stuff, they're the same. I believe same texture as in the original. And here we have some comparison. Yeah, we have 3 big trees in the original, and in the remake they're much smaller, much thinner. There's a lot of shit on both versions. I feel very represented. Thank you very much, running with scissors. Champ's house looks better. It always looked kinda weird in the original, not gonna lie. The car is different. The shed, we don't see the shed on the original photo, but it is completely... Wait, wasn't the shed on the beginning of the video? Yeah, it is. And as you can see, it's metallic, smaller, and have walls on every side. So that's the difference. That's the difference. And here we have the new shed. It's bigger, open, and more woodish. Woodish? Is it a word? Whatever. And here we have Impact Inc. instead of 2VR Studios. Okay, cool. Here we have Postal to redo lighting showcase. Oh, and that was very interesting video for me. You will see why.
Yeah, blah blah. What a bunch of fanboys. Look, just sign the stupid petition. I've got stuff to do.
So pre-alpha subject to change, but I am curious how much it's gonna be changed, because as you can see, we are shown here the night, and in the original Postal 2 there is no night. I mean, there is night around Halloween. For the Halloween event, the sky is changed into night sky, but in the original game there is no night. It takes place completely at daytime. So I was wondering, are they just showing the lighting? So they made so they show the lighting on the street at night, even if there will be no night in the game? Or are they planning to actually add night, and how it's gonna look? Because if they just wanted to showcase the lighting, why wouldn't they like show, for example, the arcade? Inside of the arcade there's a lot of light sources in the arcade building or in the disco club, but now they decided to show a street at night. So I'm curious, will there be night in the Postal 2 redo? Here we have a Caucasian with one door open. I hope the doors will be working just like in the Postal 2 in the original. But in the original they were closed. But you could open them with just kick very smoothly. I hope it still will be working the same in the redo. I don't want to get stuck in doors I can't kick. So that's a little weird for me that the doors are open and stay that way. I think the Caucasian sign is still the same here, so they didn't upgrade everything yet, just like in the previous teaser video. But yeah, it's still pre-alpha, they will be upgrading everything properly. Here we see the whole street, and it is super dark. It is very dark, besides the places with light. But yeah, I'm still curious how, if there will be night, how it's gonna look. My first thought was like, if they plan to add night between the days, like after completing the last chore at the day, we got a night and new chores at night, but after thinking about it for a few seconds, I realized it's stupid, it's dumb. Why would they make completely new chores for a night? But then I remembered they are planning to get rid of loading zones. And in the original game, after completing the last chore at the day, you went to any loading zone. After the load screen, you got the cutscene, and that way you were completing the day and starting the other day. But unless there is an option that turns off the skipping the town and turning on the cutscene after loading zone. I never really looked for it. Okay, so I don't see an option for skipping the town. Well, anyway, if there will be no loading zones in Postal 2 Redo after completing the last chore, just gonna have to walk the whole town back to the house. So maybe after completing the last chore, the time of the day changes into night and we will be able to explore the paradise at night. That will be interesting. That would be cool. And there will be some possibilities for like no extra content, small extra content obviously, like specific interactions or I don't know. But yeah, that's my idea. I think that would be cool. If there will be night in Postal to Redo, obviously. So that's my theory how it's gonna look if there will be night in Postal to Redo. It is very dark in the places that are not in the light. Like this tree is completely black. You can't see anything on the tree. It's so dark. This shot right here looks a little weird for me. When I see the ground, the sidewalk, it reminds me of like miniatures. Like miniatures of cities. Like it seems like someone made a miniature of paradise and put camera between buildings. If you know what I mean. Maybe it's the texture of the ground, or maybe I'm just weird. I don't know. Just reminded me of those city miniatures. And here we have the comparison. We see the night sky in the original screen, but like I said, there's no night in the original game, only at Halloween event. Or maybe there is some cheat or option in the game that can change the sky to night sky, I don't know. But yeah, I'm curious if there will actually be night in Postal to Redo and how it's gonna look. Okay, and there is an update on Postal to VR. It's not Postal to Redo, but as we learn, the stuff that's gonna be in Redo will be in VR and probably the other way around too. So let's see it.
Hey, I'm Eric from Flat to VR Studios,
I'm Baggy from Team Beef
and we're here to talk about Postal 2.
in VR.
Not every
See, Team Beef is working on Redo. Maybe there is something about Postal to Redo in this video too.
Every game deserves to be in virtual reality, but a game like Postal 2, it almost seems like it was made for virtual reality to begin with.
Just because Postal 2 is such an open sandbox.
I can't wait to be in VR. I'm kidding, I don't have VR. Maybe someday. If I will ever get VR headset, Postal 2 gonna be the first game I will play with VR.
Of a lot of different things together, the combat, the NPC interactions, the peeing, every single one is just so right to add VR.
Something unique about the VR version is no button presses, right, Grant?
Absolutely. We've got a rule amongst Team Beef that we're driving everyone mad with, which is everything you do in the game should feel like it's physically there.
Here's what everybody wants to know. Am I going to be able to grab the cat and stick it on the end of my gun as a silencer? That's the question.
It's going to be traumatic. I think we have to, and then we'll see people's reactions to it.
We were always going to do the VR version. It was
Oh. So here we have pre-alpha footage from the VR, but as we can see, it is the Postal 2's front yard from the Postal 2 Redo teaser video. So yeah, I assume they are working together to make those two versions of the game. And I also see a lot of shit on the ground in this shot. I feel represented. Thank you very much, Running with Scissors, Team Beef, Flat 2 VR Studios. Love you.
was kind of the genesis of doing Redux. We just need a little bit of help to get.
And here he said Redux. So it's not redo, it's Redux. Okay, I'm fine. Never mind.
There, and I think that's where the Kickstarter comes in.
Because some stretch goals that if they're hitting the Kickstarter will come across to the Postal 2 VR version.
And I think the Kickstarter can give us a chance to put those extra things in there that will make this version of Postal 2 the definitive version that everybody will want to play.
If we get to 15,000 followers before the Kickstarter launch, we're also bringing the Pigeon mission to Redux and to VR. We really hope we get there.
If you're a fan of Postal 2 and you want to see some amazing, crazy shit that we can do with this game, go follow us on Kickstarter, and when it goes live, find out a tier that you love and you back it, and we're going to make sure it happens.
Sign my petition, damn it.
So from this video I learned it is actually Postal 2 Redux. So for the last 10 years I was calling Postal Redux correct. Okay, cool. I was just calling Postal 2 Redux incorrectly this whole video. It doesn't matter. Let's see the Kickstarter. Postal 2 Redux Founders Edition. Be part of gaming history supports the Postal 2 Redux Founders Edition, crafted by Running with Scissors, Impact Inc. and Team Beef, created by Flat 2 VR Studios. So they all are working on this project. As you can see, I already signed the petition, let's call it. Edit, our third pre-launch stretch goal is officially unlocked. Yeah, like I said, we already had 10,000 followers. How many followers there is? 10,500 followers right now. So only 4,500 people have to follow this project on Kickstarter. And we're gonna have the Pigeon mission. Great. Postal 2 Redux is real. It's running in Unity, and yes, your unhinged demands absolutely help to make this mess happen. Below is the full FAQ, what Redux actually is, why we're doing it this way, how VR fits, exactly when you'll be holding down Paradise in high fidelity, and what fresh hell unlocks when our pre-launch follower numbers spike. Before you scroll, hit notify me on the Kickstarter wishlist on Steam and pile into Discord. Every new warm body pushes us closer to stretch goals that should probably be illegal. Mike J's no moves, hair and beard. It's that there are two certainties in life. One is taxes, and the other is that Mike J will bust a move when you piss on him. No Redux of Postal 2 will be complete without teaching him some new moves. And what better way to show them off but with hair and a beard the latest graphical technology of 2025 has to offer. Get it all wet. So Mike J will have beard and no hairstyle in the Postal 2 Redux, how he have in the real life, and he will have more dancing moves where we pee on him. Very cool. Postal 4 outfit. 2003 trenchcoat chic is always in fashion, but sometimes this dude wants to kick back in his favorite dressing gown. Unlockable Postal 4 outfit is yours for the mere price of following the campaign. So just like in Postal 4 we have Postal 2 dude's outfit, we're gonna have Postal 4 dude's outfit in Postal 2 Redux. I'm wondering if there's gonna be more unlockable outfits for the Postal dude in the Redux. Steamworks support. We often hear you suck, I could do better. After we've given Mom her city kills, we have to admit she had a point. Hitting this goal adds Steamworks support into Redux. Dream my beautiful models. So, modding support on Steam is already reached to... I'm curious what mods people gonna make. I still have a lot of mods for original Postal 2 to play. Oh, and now I remember, in Postal 4 there's a lot of Eternal Damnation posters and on computer screens the logo of Eternal Damnation. I'm wondering if Eternal Damnation will come back for Postal 2 Redux. Now I'm thinking about. Super fun pigeon hunter mission. The pigeons will pay. You asked, you begged. Many a shrine made of bird bones was peace now. Peace on, fuck. Now we finally bring the super fun pigeon hunter mission to life, for real this time. Vince screamed at the accountants, so we got new accountants. Deaf accountants. Nothing can stop this happening other than not hitting this follower goal. So yeah, like I said before, pigeon mission means there will be Apocalypse Weekend in Postal 2 Redux, but also in the last teaser video, an update about Postal 2 VR, we saw cutscenes from Apocalypse Weekend. So I think we can be very confident there will be Apocalypse Weekend in Postal 2 Redux. I'm like 99% sure. Postal 2 Redux, a full tilt resurrection for consoles, PC, full Kickstarter coming this summer. Impact Inc., Team Beef, and the historically unhinged crew at Running with Scissors have revealed plans for Postal 2 Redux, a ground-up overhaul of 2003's infamous open-world shooter. Part modernization, part love letter, Postal 2 Redux will hoist every original asset out of the quaking Unreal 1.5 engine and slam it into today's Unity, delivering the same familiar week in the Postal dude's life with a merciless glow-up and a bucket of new toys for all consoles that will allow us. That as already said before. Here we have the video I already watched. Platform hit list. Postal 2 Redux is gunning for every modern box that will boot Windows PC, macOS, and a Linux RIGs. PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and even Nintendo Switch devices, so you can rise hell on the D-Bus. Final platform lineup will depend on each storefront's paperwork and how many stretch goals are achieved, but the plan is wall-to-wall carnage wherever you play. Questions, we got answers. And this is the page on Running with Scissors site that I checked at the beginning. So yeah, that will be it for now about Postal 2 Redux. I recommend to get on this Kickstarter page, click follow, and wait for new updates about this remake. And I am mostly curious about two things. One, will there be night in Postal 2 Redux? And if there will be, how it's gonna look? Am I even close with my theory how it's gonna look? And second thing, will there be Postal Girl comic strips in the newspaper? Those are two things I'm mostly curious about Postal 2 Redux. But that's it for now. I will be waiting for new infos, but that's it for now. Have a crotchy day. Goodbye.